Hello and welcome back to FTLG Marathon, and now we've got a really special runner going ahead. We have Resident Evil. This will be Jill Bad Ending, no major glitches, but arranged mode. I'm really excited to see this because I've not seen much when it comes to arranged speedruns, so I'm really excited to see this. The runner is Raclesis. He's a very good runner, so stick around and you'll enjoy this one. But also we've got a special guest here as well. We've got the one and only Pablo Kuntz, the voice actor for the OG Albert Wesker. That's right. Super excited. He's a great guy as well. And take it away, guys. Who wants to introduce themselves first? Pablo, any words from you?
Not many words, no. Just stay alert and just get with this game. I'm tired of this whole stuff. Just go, just play. No, it's great to be here, guys. Great to be here. Thanks for the invitation. It's always good. Monday morning here in the UK, a bright and early Monday night, probably still in the States.
Yeah,
with Raclesis.
Sun's still down over here. And thank you for having me on again, FTLG, and thank you very much again for joining us, Pablo. Really great to have you here.
Yeah, it's nice to be here.
And so we'll just get right into it. We're going to be doing.
So we're in an arrange mode. You're arranging your hair. I can see that. You decided not to do that this morning. You said 5 o'clock. I'm wearing the toque.
I don't think anyone wants to see my bed head, so it's all just in the cap.
Anyway, it's great. I'm expecting what different. You were saying a little bit of something before we went live. That some of the items are going to be in different places and stuff.
Take what you saw from Matt's run and just throw it all onto its head. Items are in different locations. Enemies are in different locations. A lot of the camera angles are different. Enemies do more damage. You do a little less damage, but you have a chance of critting with some weapons. Like you can actually blow a zombie's head off with one handgun shot in this mode sometimes when the game's feeling nice.
Oh wow! Okay, right. Yeah, we were always counting that with my son Lexano. We were always like 1, 2, 3, 4. It was like 4 shots, and then eventually
like 4.
The guy died. We looked for the blood. We were told after like the second or third game.
My capture card is going a little funky right now.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what's going on here. It was doing this for my Saga run as well. I'm not sure what is going on.
I'm sure the tech wizards will help you with that one, mate.
Yeah.
Don't worry at all. I can see it now.
Oh.
I just had to reactivate.
Okay. Yeah, I'll start the timer after this second cutscene. So I'm just whenever you're ready, mate.
I do have to ask, Pablo, were you the Wesker in this FMV sequence? No?
Right. No. This is Eric Curious. This is a good friend of mine, though.
Yeah.
We were a relatively small group of freelance actors, actresses, and whatever, in Tokyo, and Eric was selected to be the live action guy for this, and completely different production agent that I think was involved with the voice acting, and they hired me to do that. Right. So it was interesting because I met Eric. I would see him on auditions, or I would see him at various and recorded this whole series, but because I was working with him in the 90s. He had no idea. He had no idea that I did what I did and he did what he did.
Sorry to interrupt, time will be starting and now. Actually, cutscene. Wow. Like my finger just accidentally hit the button.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. But now we get to hear your voice.
Yeah.
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
Stop it! Don't open that door.
But Chris is...
And I've heard this intro cutscenes more times than I can count.
Maybe exactly.
It's Chris.
Like,
yeah, it's true.
Now, Jill, can you go?
Yeah. One other thing that's different about this is, as you can see, Jill's costume is different. For whatever reason, they changed Jill, Chris, and Rebecca's costumes for arrange mode, but no one else's.
Not Wesker though.
No, Wesker and Barry stay the same.
He's the OG. You don't need a costume change.
with Barry, you get a feeling that he only has one costume. He was a bed in that thing, and you just know he has no other clothes.
dining room.
Yeah, when like speaking of like you said more times than you can count. It's like
What
my
is
son asked me
this?
like, what is the largest number? Like yesterday, it's like
What
he
is
really
it?
thinks there's an ending, you know?
Blood.
It's like no, you can you can just add a zero.
See if you
Yeah,
can
just
find.
Tell me
Just
what is the
keep
last
going.
number?
I'll be
There's got to be an end point to this thing. What is this racket?
This
There's
is
all these
not Chris's blood.
so cute.
So while Barry stares at the, I'm assuming it's barbecue sauce on the ground, we're gonna go and investigate a little more.
Okay, now what is she wearing? She's got some Def Leppard t-shirt on there, I think.
Yeah, it's just the Stars logo blown up on her back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And is that
Barry?
like who did that? Like that shirt? I know you don't know for sure, but like is it somebody who this arranged mode kind of thing?
I'm not quite
it-
sure.
Like who does all that extra stuff? Like what? I know it's maybe dumb questions, but like when I said this arranged mode, is there some programmer out there that decides to create
Kenneth
this?
was
Like, I
killed
don't-
too.
I believe
Maybe
when they
by this
came out with
creature.
director's cut, it was just like
Anyway, let's
as a
report
way to
this
tide
Whisker.
fans over between 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So they just
Right.
added arrange mode to give a little bit of a different experience. And
Yeah, just to clarity, this is Capcom release. It's not a mod.
Okay.
Pablo,
Like,
this is
this-
this is a legitimate release after the original title. They released a title called Resident Evil Director's Cut, where they added additional features to the game, i.e. the one that you're going to get to see now, which is arranged mode, where items are in different places, as Raclesis has already said, and so forth. It's a bit harder as well, some would consider.
Nothing.
It's really interesting. You'll see for yourself. Trust me, you'll know. You'll like, whoa.
Yeah.
Someone in
I see,
chat
I
was
guess
actually
it's-
suggesting that I switch to knife only.
I don't
I would do that on original mode, but arrange mode,
Can't be
God no.
Too tough.
check the
Yeah.
dining room again.
In this mode with Jill has less hit points than Chris. 3 zombie bites and Jill dies.
Gigantic.
So we're gonna try to
Come on,
avoid
get
that as much as we can. Yeah.
Start from the first floor, okay?
But there's plenty of healing around, but
Here's a lockpick.
I'm gonna try to do things optimally. If we need that healing, we'll grab it.
Take it with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Always-
healing stuff.
Thanks.
Yeah, always play
Maybe I'll
safe
need
on a
it.
marathon run.
Yeah.
Always.
Also, she just got the lockpick there. She's the master of unlocking. Doesn't have her own lockpick.
Right. Exactly, right?
This time,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be there.
Figure the
She left it
master
at home.
Yeah, you figure the
Yeah.
master or something would have, the thing they need to be on hand.
Well, MacGyver never had a lockpick. Right? I mean, he just
That is
used used a hairpin or some blade of grass that he found and somehow managed it. So I think that's Jill. Jill's resourceful.
Yeah. So right off
Oh, that's different. That's
Yeah.
different.
right off the bat, we're seeing different camera angles
Yeah.
and a different route over the original. We're going straight to forest rather than going around the mansion
Uh,
because the forest has Luke is still in the same spot though, so that's cool. Also a difference. Forrest gets up. He's not looking too good, so we're gonna give him a hug, and then we're gonna grab the armor key from him. That's an intentional zombie bite there. So
because he will give it up.
yeah, he's so close to the key that it's actually worth it to just take the bite and push him off to get the key than it is to get him away from it or use a shot on him.
Take a bite out of crime.
Barry.
There's a close up of Barry. What more can you want for a Monday
right.
morning?
Yeah.
Clues?
No. But
More Barry is
more
always
arms.
good.
What's wrong
Yeah.
with this house?
It's like 3 times the size of.
This hall is dangerous.
Now, I do have a question for you, Pablo.
Yeah.
For scenes like this, did you get to work with the other actors, or were you given like any direction and then just did the lines by yourself? Or
Okay.
Yeah, the whole
Separate
direction
again.
thing, right? I mean, I've been asked that a couple times.
found
The
something.
not I
What is it?
I think the studio was in my recollection the studio was
really
all,
powerful,
to have other
especially
actors
against
in there. It was only
living
one
things.
mic.
Better take
So
it with you.
But
yeah, there
how
wasn't
about
like that
you,
sort of
Barry?
standing and then everybody there and their
this.
own line. That
Thank
wasn't
you.
what's
I'll take this.
and yeah, just not much in the direction thing, right? I mean, in a nutshell, we were just given the lines and just to be as expressive as we would like to be. And because I'd been doing a lot of TV commercials and the whatnot in Japan at that time, it was always about going over the top a little bit. I mean, you would a lot of commercials in Japan are like 10 seconds long, so it would often start with a problem. Well, most commercials start with a problem and then a solution at the end, right?
Right.
But this problem would be like, so you had to be like really over the top angry with the person that you're with. Let's say you're a disgruntled businessman, and you would just go like, Tanaka-san, why? And then you're like just like big action, and then at the end you're like smiling and and giving him a high five and a big but overdone, over dramatic, right? And so we kind of just took that same ethos of being a bit more dramatic, a bit more over the top, to the voice, to the voice studio, and there was no objection, right? It wasn't like, oh, tone it down a bit. It was more like, okay, yeah, okay. And there were watching barriers, his actions, and moving his body into it and stuff. But it was really left to our own devices, and the results are the results, But at the beginning, I was very much odd when I watched it. Now, the more I see this game, I'm like, it kind of matches just right. And, yeah, wouldn't change anything now, right? That wouldn't change anything. Yeah, and that's. I'm not trying to make excuses for the acting. It was just at that time in Japan, yeah, you just to see, stop it, don't open that door, and it would have been like, okay, I gotta say this in a very loud way, and the way did we see the game itself too. So there was no context, and I remember.
And that explains a lot of how the voice acting is in this game for me.
Yeah.
But seeing Japanese commercials and then looking at this game, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of parallels there.
Yeah. Well, the Japanese themselves they're a hard time with emotion. Like they're actors and they're just a bit tight and I don't know. And there's a lot of that sort of body language reading and everything, and so I don't know. I think that when it comes down to okay, there's a drama, here's acting, here's comedy, here's a drama, then they get into this dramatic role. Like they start to become like actors, right? Whereas we know in the States and especially in England, they're just more cool. They're natural, right? That's the whole point. Like you don't feel like you're an actor. Whereas in Japan, it's like it's like, yes, we are now, and it's like crying. There's a crime scene, and like where the woman will be just like just dramatic tears, and it feels like acting. And so anyway, when it came to this thing, we just thought we needed to overact.
Get emotion out there as fast as possible, and
yeah, and it's just a game. So games are not. I mean, I'm still not sure whether I really knew this was a game. I remember really, like when I actually recorded. I'm sure I did, but it wasn't like have a game you're working on, and you had to be like a game and work on it. That wasn't reinforced.
It's more like this is a role that you're working on.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's a role of mine. And yeah. Oh yeah, so I know this guy, right? I know this is Clay. So I had a couple drinks with Clay and his brother Sergio. So when I first heard Richard's voice, I was like, oh man, this is exactly Clay. It's like this poisonous. And he's a really funny guy. He's like not a humorous guy.
I love Richard here. Like, we always make a joke about is that other snake bites or do you fall on a rake? Because of the
right.
I'll go and get it.
Thanks.
Alright, so we picked items while you were talking about that. We got half of a crest rather than a full crest. For whatever reason, for Race Road, it took one of the crests and broke it in half. So now instead of
RE2, you have those broken crests, right?
Yes.
But we have like that. We're just finishing up with like some of what we had. There's that piece of a blue something. Was it a squirrel
in Claire's run, the blue stone is broken in half.
Exactly, right? And so I think that they came up with that sort of broken idea after doing this and said, oh, well, let's bring the broken stuff to RE2. Okay. This is all new here. This is kind of cool.
So I'm being super safe. I'm waiting for that zombie to derp out so I can get around him.
Yeah.
That room has 2 zombies that you have to deal with rather than just one. This zombie doesn't quite activate until we get close to him, so we just go right by him.
The good thing about what you notice as well about the different, in terms of like camera angle, is that they've improved the graphics as well on the flooring or the walls. You'll notice slight differences as well, yeah, which is nice to see. Well, that's what I see anyway. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but
no, it's a bit more texture. Right?
Yeah, it's absolutely
Yeah.
I just put some items away. I almost put my knife away. We need that.
Yeah.
So put the handgun and a key away.
The knife, once in a while, comes in. Well, it's a necessary evil, right? I mean,
yeah.
Remember we tried to kill the dogs. There's the dogs.
Yeah.
These dogs scare the crap out of me and my son that first time.
I'm gonna go for a really risky strategy just because we have full health. Ah, dang it.
Didn't work.
Nah.
You can. How fast the zombies are.
You can dodge around that zombie if you run in directly into the wall and wait for his arms to go up. As the zombie's arms are going up, you can actually run right along the zombie without them biting you. But I just didn't time it right and he got me.
Amazing.
But sometimes, some days when he's really getting on my nerves, I just use a grenade round on him.
Yeah.
I believe my PB
this
has a grenade round used on him.
We love this scene actually. Like so, this was a memorable scene. Finally figuring out to stick that chemical in there. That was fun.
Yeah,
so you find yourself playing RE 1, 2, 3. Do you have a
mostly
just on a personal level? You?
Mostly RE1. I've done speedruns for 1 remake, 2 remake, 3, 7, 6, Survivor, Code Veronica. I play a little bit of all of them.
Jeez, amazing. Yeah.
Sorry, for this game in particular. Whoops, that's not what we use here. I've done speedruns of every category for PlayStation, for PC, and for Sega Saturn.
Wow.
So I've got a little bit of time in this game.
No kidding. Like the Sega Saturn. Okay, that's just another platform that you can actually play the game on, right? Like,
yeah. And it's
how does that
so
work?
blocky.
I mean, is it Sega like a competitor? Like I don't know. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
No, why? Well, maybe it's a. Do it so you can play games that are not necessarily released by Sega on the Sega machine, right? That's the.
Well, they decided to make a port of this game over on the Sega Saturn, and for whatever reason, everything just looks blockier. Like, I don't know what they did to Chris's face, but they did something to Chris's face, and it looks like he melted.
Oh dear, Chris, where are you?
Oh yeah, Saturn Chris is a whole other thing.
Very slow as well, isn't it? Isn't like 20 seconds to go through a door or something crazy as well?
Oh yeah, the load times in that are horrendous.
The processing power of it is just not great at all.
And I don't know if there's something wrong with my particular Saturn or if this is a thing in general, but sometimes the load times will either be 20 seconds or a minute in like a minute and a half.
Oh wow.
I've had it just sit on a black screen for like a full minute and then show the door and then sit on the black screen and then load. I'm like, why?
I see. Okay.
Right,
you wonder whether that's purposely done or not, like to make the experience like make you want to get Sega games, or I don't
Really?
know.
No, my understanding of the Saturn was it's something to do with the lasers, wasn't it? It's something that they're not always great. They get weak and temperamental, and the same with the disc as well. I think the rotors something happens anyway. But
Yeah, I might just have an old Saturn.
yeah, I know somebody told me that before anyway. But the good thing about the Saturn as well is the gold tyrants, isn't it? Is at the end when you're after the cutscene when you fight the tyrants in the labs.
Yeah, Gold Tyrant is in the Saturn exclusive battle mode.
Oh, my bad,
Yeah.
bad.
But
But is there 2 tyrants though in the?
yeah, Chris gets
normal?
2 tyrants, Jill gets 1 tyrant,
Yeah.
and that makes speedrunning Chris on Saturn so much more difficult.
Oh,
No. So imagine that you do the one and you think, yeah, I've done it, and then all of a sudden another one breaks out of his chamber. And,
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty rough.
It's even more rough if you try to do a knife only run where you have to actually do a knife hit, then run around Tyrant, then do a knife hit, then run around Tyrant. It's 23 knife hits to take down Tyrant, so for Chris, 46. And doing that while not getting hit by Tyrant is something else, and I'd never want to do it again.
Yeah.
46. Do we know that the Spencer Mansion is based on any mansion that I don't know, like exists? Did they go to any place in, like, say, Scotland or something, or some
I
don't know.
might be wrong,
Just-
but I believe they did get inspiration
Here's the
from
serum.
somewhere for the
Richard,
mansion.
hold on.
Like, I
I'll give you a
want to
shot
say it
now.
was The Shining, but I
Jill,
might be incorrect.
Here's my radio. You should keep it.
Yeah, the whole mansion thing. Because there's no way, like, in Japan, there's nothing like this, right? I mean, obviously,
Jill,
everything is Japanese.
be careful.
So, like, let's say this was released in the UK, they would have plenty of these huge mansion estate homes to go and to work with or look at and get inspiration from. But it's an interesting one that, Japan released this thing, and I wonder if they ever did visit some big place, or they just went on what they saw in movies and in films and in picture books, and they just created the mansion itself, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Just an off thought here when I'm looking at this whole.
So I need to concentrate here. Yawn can be
Yeah, I
quite
remember-
detrimental if you get bit. So.
Bad breath.
Okay, good entrance. I'm gonna do a save strat guaranteed a way out. Like, you can take an extra second, just take 2 steps. And that'll guarantee an early bite. And you're out.
Well done. Very nice.
That was good. Makes so easy, man. Makes it look so
Yeah.
easy.
I'm gonna take a moment to get these guys in a line, that way I can actually get past them. If you go down those stairs right away, those two will just puke on you over and over again.
Right. You just walked right through those guys. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Like, when you walk down the stairs, when they're both next to the actual steps like that, it puts you, like, the game forces you just past them.
Now, did you discover that yourself, or is that something that you learned from some other gamer? That particular move.
That's something I learned from a Korean runner named Almina, watching her runs.
Right. So you all learn from each other, obviously.
Right. This next room that's coming up, not this one, but the one after, a strategy that a friend of ours, Retro Brando, came up with, because he was watching me do runs and just getting wrecked by these 2 zombies. But if you just wait for this zombie to put his arms up, you will get past the second zombie every time.
Wow.
If-
So many small things. Yeah.
Yeah. If you just go right away, you can get around them, but if you get tagged by one of them, the other one will bite you, and there's a third zombie in that room. If he makes a way around, you're just done.
Oh. Wow.
So we're just gonna do this puzzle real quick. For those who don't know, it's the life cycle from birth to death.
Yeah. Yeah, we figured out this puzzle.
Oops.
Was oh. No. Has the music changed still?
No, the
Might-
music's still the same from the original version. They came out with
Exact
a third version, I believe, after Resident Evil 2, called the DualShock version, which changes the music. And they had some interesting choices for that one, to say the least.
Nobody liked it, probably.
So right here we're gonna do a pause cancel to get past this zombie. Because when you hit them with a knife strike and then pause and unpause, Jill's animation goes back to her default animation, but the zombie's still in the stun animation. So you can just squeeze right by him. We're gonna combine that.
You combined. All right.
Hopefully, that's. I'm not gonna put our rounds in there. We're gonna put that in there. And here we're gonna try for a strategy called quick crank. Instead of pushing the stairs as you would normally, we're gonna actually just fail it. So we're gonna push the stairs normally.
Yeah, just push it.
Yeah, if I fail quick crank on the first go, I just do it normally. But you can squeeze Jill's hitbox between the stairs and the little like box that's on the floor there.
Okay.
Push the stairs earlier, and if you go all the way to the left side of the stairs and go up, you can get the crank a little earlier.
Oh, I see.
If you fail it like I did, though, you gotta do it normal. I gotta listen here.
Matt knew exactly what was going on there. He's
No. That's not good.
he got hit by a dog.
Yeah, the dogs can aggro early there, and when they do that, you have to like juke left, and he was a little bit out of his normal position, so I ended up getting tagged. I might need to grab some extra healing before we go into a certain room in the guardhouse.
Okay. It's the River Thames now. Yeah.
Yeah, the dogs in the courtyard, both going to the guardhouse, coming back from the guardhouse, and on the return here, they all kill runs in arrange mode.
Snakes.
Snakes!
Yeah. Hey,
Alright, here the dogs can be in different positions. If there's one dog right next to this corner, that's usually... Okay, this usually means I'm gonna take a bite. But they were okay here. Here I can also take several bites here if the dogs are in bad positions. And we're good.
So, okay. The dogs could have been... I mean, there's different arrangements in this, as I understand it, but there's also a limited number of arrangements. Like, you've seen all the variations? Or is it just mathematically like a little probability thing? It's always something new? No.
They always start in specific positions. Every now and then they could start in a different position, like...
Oh, there's the red book. Matt, we love it.
Yep, there we go.
I'm actually on caution.
Let me know about Chile, eh?
I will do.
Okay, so that dog bite and these vines actually put me in caution, so I'm going to be very safe and get the first aid spray in this room. Because even on full health, there's a room in here that can just kill me.
Does a part of you die when you take a little bit of that health? Like, I know you don't want to, right?
Yeah.
Right? You're hoping not to do any. Oh, but that's like, right? You're obviously hoping to not take any health, right? So it's like, but it's okay.
Yeah.
For me, it's so impressive how fast you motor along here. It's just like, I feel like I wasted I didn't waste any time in my life, but it's like, it's so, it's incredible just how much faster. But anyway, it's cool. I just like to try and get into the Japanese head as to like why they made certain rooms the way they did. Knowing a little bit of my time in Japan, like what motivated them to do this and that. Why would a Japanese person find that interesting, or I know, I just all these little things throw around in my head while I'm watching this thing.
The room that I mentioned that we can just die in is this one right here. It's a bathroom that's very small, and there's 2 zombies in it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna...
Right, one guy was doing his hair, and let's
see, can I get by? Pause cancel. There we go.
Oh, that was very good. That was very good.
Yeah. Matt says that's very good. That's very good.
That was an optimal bathroom.
Yeah, I know how difficult it is because this is running from console as well. This is not like a PC port where things are a lot quicker. from the transitional stage. So yeah,
You also can't
Yeah.
like use a debug room, a debug menu to save wherever you like.
yeah. This is old school.
Oops.
Mm.
And so we're approaching Plant 42, but before we do that, they decided to be jerks and put a zombie right here. Oops.
Whoa.
Oh, they did. No. I need to see more range runs.
42 here, it can die, like normally it dies in 3 grenade rounds on original mode. Here it can take up to anywhere from 3 grenade rounds to 4 grenade 6 acid rounds, and a couple life slashes. He died in 3. I have not had good RNG on Plant 42 in months. So
It happens on a marathon run. Typical.
Yeah. What's kind of funny with a range mode is if you get the
very.
best, if you get like the best RNG and he dies in 3 grenade rounds, you have to find a spot to waste one. Because you go into it with 4 usually.
I know I shouldn't probably ask this question, but what is RNG again? RNG is
Random number generator. It's essentially luck.
random. No, yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay,
Because of how much damage you can do is normally decreased, and then with the chance of crits, it's random how many shots actually kills Plant 42.
You did it in 3, and you said before we entered the room it could have been 3, 6,
Yeah.
even more, right? Yeah.
The worst RNG I've ever had was 4 grenade rounds, 6 acid rounds, and 2 knife slashes.
That was close.
I see.
Thanks,
Like
Barry.
that happened, I'm like, alright, I'm just done speedrunning today.
Right.
Can't believe.
So speedrunning, your time is affected really by luck, right?
Yeah.
I mean that's a big part of it, right?
Right.
Yeah. Which kind of
And-
sucks, right?
Yeah,
It's
like-
interesting. It's interesting you say that because, like, on the original mode, you'd say that the RNG wouldn't be that much of a factor, but when you've just told me that about Plan 42, I actually genuinely didn't know that. So, wow. Normally, it's always 3 grenade shots and he's dead.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like here, I almost never see 3 grenade shots on Plant 42. The typical Plant 42 for me is 4 grenade rounds and like 2 to 3 knife slashes.
Well,
Because I've been changing, like I've been trying to find more optimal ways to go about the route, and because of that, I've been saving my acid rounds like completely. I used to a lot too for Plant 42, and now I saved them for one for the mansion and one for Black Tiger.
do you know why it's called 42? By the way, do we know that? No.
It just says
The
that's the
documents.
number that they gave it in one of the documents.
Yeah.
Don't know
Not
why they
sure
picked
why.
that number in particular. I don't know if they went through 41 other plants.
I have a theory actually on this one because the she like die she is 4 need 2, so I think it's a play on the numbers. 42.
Really?
To die, 42. Yeah, she need. Right.
That's
So I'm pretty sure that's why they chose that plant 42. It's like the death plant basically. That's really
That's really cool.
yeah.
So that's
That's why Japanese are always like careful that like when you're 42 years old. Let me just look that up. Like I think one guy says, "Oh, you're 42." Oh no, like I'm not 42 now, but it's like anyway.
All right. Oh, I know the perfect place to use this grenade round. It doesn't actually help for the run because normally we hope to have an empty bazooka, because you can't like I got 1 grenade round in the bazooka right now. I can't just throw my ass rounds into it until I use all of the grenade rounds.
Yeah.
So there was Neptune. We say hi
Wait,
Neptune
wait.
and bye Neptune.
I was gonna say, don't kill Neptune for you.
Oh, what did you think I was gonna do?
I don't know. I'm just when you said you got a great place to use it.
Because that's exactly what I was gonna do.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Yeah.
So do you have any world records on the range mode currently, Rack?
I have best ending, no major glitches. I have both any percent major glitches and 100% major glitches. I believe I still have the knife only for every single category. I don't have Chris or Jill any percent records. Those belong to Retro Brando.
Yeah.
Though on this category, I'm about 18 seconds away from world record, and I play.
Sorry. Is that your next target then, in terms of? Would you say would it be this category for world record going forward, or?
Yeah, this and Chris any percent original for PlayStation. Because both me and Brando have like very good times for Chris, but we both also have bad Tyrant fights. So like if I just get like a good run to Tyrant and then just have a decent one, then I can just take that back, and maybe that'll even get him to come back to that category.
Wesker's killing spiders.
Oh yeah,
Cruel.
This is what I do.
It's not bugs anymore. It's spiders now. Tarantulas.
Yeah, it's not bees. Not bees this time.
Right, bees.
He's upped his game.
Exactly.
Speaking of Brando, he's actually in the chat now. Hello, sir.
Brando.
He's a fellow runner and world record holder of the game.
Strange creatures.
So you've held a world record, Raclesis, or?
Yeah, I've hold several for this platform, for the emulators and Saturn.
Yes.
Brando also has a couple as well. Like in particular, he came up with a new strategy for tried a new strategy for Jill any percent, where you don't even get the bazooka at all. And because of that, like the times have gone down significantly. Me and him actually traded world records back and forth.
Wow.
Once that strategy was found to be faster. It was something that was talked about right before someone came out with the PC port.
Okay.
So, and it was never implemented because PC took off. And then everyone was speedrunning the PC version over the PlayStation version.
So is it faster to work on a PC, to speedrun on a PC than it is on the actual device, the actual PlayStation itself?
Much faster.
Oh, it is. I see.
Like
Okay.
by a minimum of like 20 minutes.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it's just the only PC version there is doesn't have a range mode. So for range mode runs, it has to be done on either an emulator or the console itself.
Yeah, because my son doesn't want to. This is interesting because when I first started playing like games, and I, at least introduced, we had like a keyboard. There's IBM. My friend, his father worked at IBM, and there was like that decathlon game. I'm not sure if you've ever seen it, but you just had to hammer the space bar for him to run, and then you hit this other keys to jump. Anyway, it was all done on the keyboard, right? So it was like really basic, and then eventually it went over to, you had like the actual games on consoles, right? And so the keyboard was, to me, has always been like the old style, like really old style when it first came out. And now with my son, he wants to play games. He doesn't want to play on any console. He wants to play on the keyboard. And I thought that was really hilarious. It's like, really? Like, don't you want to play on that joystick? That's the better experience, I would have thought. And he goes, no, dude. It's like, bruv, bro, whatever he calls me, like, he's like, you got to get with it. You got to put the keyboard. So he's talking as A, S, F, W, D, F, J, whatever. Anyway, it's kind of cute. It's kind of cute how it all worked out.
Yeah. I agree, though. I like playing on keyboard as well, so I can definitely see that.
We had a speedrunner who had, he was working with it upside down somehow. Who was that?
Really?
I was like, he was doing some, where he was holding it in a kind of funky way when he was working with the anyway, it wasn't like the traditional. He had a different grip. He was
probably claw. Like when I do this game,
yeah,
I
like
do
a claw,
like
yeah, it was some sort of right, yeah. Some kind of claw thing. That's right. By the way, I was looking up at that 42 stuff, and it's definitely shi-ni, right? And it's called, in Japanese, I didn't realize it's called a yakidoshi. So bad luck years are 25, 42, and 61. And so that 42 is for sure. Like certain license plate numbers are not used in Japan, which, for example, have the number 42, which sounds like shi-ni, to death or to die. Right?
And I know that
so that
word
that
is
for
like
sure, that 42, that's not 42. Oh, yeah.
I'm
don't
so
wanna take
used
away
to reloading in the guardhouse that I just didn't reload here.
That's why I was talking about 42 and okay. Oh,
Yeah, Pablo did that on purpose then.
yeah, exactly. I'm trying to distract you here, you know.
Yeah.
I just want to play tic-tac-toe in this game. Just chance.
By the way, it was that
Yes,
one
but I
Venusaur
can't see
that he was
very
watching
well.
Pablo that was holding the
Ah,
yeah.
that's right.
Yeah,
Venusaur.
Venusaur. Yeah,
Yeah.
just so you know.
Do you?
According to Twitch chat, but you know
Yeah,
they
Venusaur.
do get it wrong as well. So
No, but that's correct. That's correct. That's correct. That's true.
So
I can't see the chat, but hello to the chat. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. It's always good to have you.
Hey, what's
So
going on?
I think that yawn bite there just equaled out the good RNG I had with Flight 42.
I'll go and get another
Okay, that's all right.
But
Barry?
so
There's a piano in that room, actually. Didn't realize that.
yeah, we were gonna play it, but then yawn rudely interrupted us. So
Now,
right here,
yawn. Yeah.
yeah, right here is actually where the game branches off between bad and good ending. And since we're not waiting for Barry, we've sentenced him to death and taking the bad ending.
I see. Poor Barry. Barry's such a fool. Oh, swipe left. Did you see that? Just went for the hook and...
Fun fact about this game, all hunters are left-handed.
Right. Interesting thing, that whole left-handed, right-handed thing, right? When you think about it. Yeah, it still baffles. It still looks weird, right? When you meet somebody who's left-handed, it's like, what's up with that? It's just different, right?
Right.
But, yeah, it's cool. It's a cool thing, but it throws you off when you see somebody who's a lefty.
it's a bit like that with the was it Prince William when he was signing off on and he was left-handed. I never knew he was left-handed. Yeah, it's like, wow, it's weird when you see somebody right left-handed.
Yeah, exactly. It looks
Yeah,
wrong,
it's-
right? Because they're kind of going like, you know,
Just
like,
doesn't, yeah.
like they're like rubbing the
Yeah.
ink that they've just driven. So they write like this kind of
Please tell me that.
so they
killed
try
him.
to
Okay, good.
avoid.
Yeah.
It looks awkward, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking
Like-
of awkward, right there I just shot at a zombie, but I was standing directly on a transition trigger, so I couldn't even see if I hit him or not.
Oh, that looked different actually. This room here, no? Am I wrong by that? Somehow this. Oh,
Yeah,
maybe not.
no, that room is actually the same.
Yeah, the angle's the same there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, maybe I missed that.
But you may have missed it by not going through there in the first place. It can happen. Sometimes you don't think it's a movable bookcase, but I've done it a few times in the past. But
I just love how the different doors themselves, right? All the different, like they were thinking, okay, well, how do we make this door look different than the other
Yeah.
door? You're like, there's some a barn door. You know,
Like you figured they'd all be like the same type of door, but it's like no, you got like a Victorian door right here, you get a barn door here.
Yeah. Oh, this is the small little office here. This is a typical apartment in Japan right here.
Oh my god.
Just saying.
by the way, we was talking earlier about like the influences based off this mansion. I think it was based off a mansion or building in the US somewhere, but I can't really find full-on evidence to support that. But I think that's what the Japanese did based in the 90s. Was like, for example, have you heard the game Silent Hill?
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the school part of that game is heavily influenced by Kindergarten Cop. Is it Kindergarten Cop? Isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, that was Schwarzenegger movie.
Yeah. So the school is exact, like spot on. It's like identical. Like if you even the posters to a T, and the school buzz, everything. Like you need to go and like Google it. It's crazy.
I need to watch the movie and then play the game again.
Yeah, seriously, it's like unbelievable. Like chat will tell you, it's.
Oh, it's so interesting. That would be that. See, that's in line with what Japan does. You know, they just copy well. You know?
Yeah.
Hope I can get past the zombie right here.
Oh, slice him up.
That was Gordon Ramsay. We in the Resident Evil community tend to name zombies that give runners issues. That one. There's Gordon Ramsay because he comes down into the kitchen.
Right. Yeah, makes sense. Right. Yeah.
And another difference between original and arrange mode is that range mode, some zombies are what we call turbo zombies, where they just move twice as fast as other zombies. They aggro faster. For whatever reason, they decided to turn that particular zombie into a turbo zombie. So doing the normal dodge past him is a lot more difficult.
I see.
And because of the heightened damage on here, I typically choose to pause cancel to get past him. And now we're just making our way back through the mansion.
Why, the blue doors here.
Yeah.
It's my high school blue doors. The guys are all smoked and we're allowed to do it at the blue doors. Every time I see those blue doors, I think of my high school. Anyway. Oh, they're the dogs. Oh, no dogs. This
no
is
dogs.
like...
They're spiders this time.
All right, yeah.
And then the next room
so
where
large.
the next room where there were no enemies at all, there's actually a jump scare hunter. But we're just gonna squeeze by him. Yeah, the hunters in this game casually are very terrifying because they can do so much damage, but in a speedrun you just go right by them.
Yeah, they are intense. I could not believe when we ran into those things. Oh, left-handed again.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we're back into another scary section of the game, the courtyard and the dogs. This particular area has, like, I've had more runs die in this area than anywhere else for a range mode.
Oh.
So in the next room, I gotta move depending on how the dogs are placed, and then after that, after we put this battery in and activate an elevator, the dogs can, like, their positions are all the same, but sometimes they'll move directly towards you. And if they do that, I have to walk around them rather than run around them. Because if I run, they immediately aggro and they start biting you.
When did you realize you had a penchant for just doing this really fast? Like, was it a friend that said, dude, that's pretty fast. You can actually you're pretty close to the record. I don't know. Was there a moment where you were like, you realized I'm pretty fast at this game? Not really.
Like, I slowly got faster at the game. I only learned about speedrunning 2 years ago.
Oh, is that right?
I actually started with this game. Bad RNG on the doggos. Just gotta walk a little bit, and that should be good now. Okay. Yeah, if you just run immediately, they'll just bite the crap out of you.
Oh, so that's clever, right?
Yeah.
That sounds like as if what a dog would do, right?
Yeah, if you're a combat,
walk slowly. Yeah. You walk slowly around a dog. You act cool. They're not going to bother you, but you run. You startle them. They pounce. And that makes good sense.
I need to concentrate on my lines on the next room here, so I'm just going to be quiet for just a moment, because if this doesn't go well, they can just kill me.
I will distract you as much as I possibly can, then.
Yeah.
No, go for it. Whoa.
There we go.
There you go. Well done.
All
Well
right.
done.
Yeah, if you don't move exactly like that, they will tag you.
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
To answer your question, like, I started speedrunning this about 2 years ago, and like I came over to PlayStation after doing PC runs, and it just, like, my first couple runs, especially turning on fast disk speed on the PS2, they were already at the top because I've been doing the PC runs for about a year. So I'm like, all right. Turns out that the PlayStation just wasn't quite as optimized as the PC version was. So I started trying to do things here and there to optimize it, especially for a range mode. And just kind of grinded it out from there.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. Like, just a couple of years ago.
Voice Enrico's?
It's that voice, you see?
Voice Enrico?
Right,
Hello?
exactly. See, this is a very, very typical example of the Japanese English, right? That voice Enrico's, right? Like, it just...
What? Oh,
Is that Enrico? Like, no one would ever say that, right?
Yeah. I love the pause right after she asked that. He's thinking, like, you don't know my voice by now? He just sounds like hurt almost.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I love the version that when you do like 100% and you with Barry and she makes that scream like, like what? It's just so sudden, like, yeah, a bit strange.
And it's great because you're in an echoey room too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we actually have to inspect his body on a range mode, because instead of putting the crank in this room, like Normally Wesker would drop it on his way out, but he has it on arrange mode.
You know what I've noticed? This game, in terms of like where certain items are, is very much like Resi Remake.
Like what?
Resident Evil Remake, in terms of where your inputs are. Like the chemical, that's in the same room on Remake than it is on arrange mode on this, where it's outside on that little section. Yeah, if you play Resident Evil Remake and this arrange mode, it's very similar. Yeah. Just for anyone that's played Remake.
Yeah, remakes.
We're gonna play. Yeah, we're gonna play remake in the future. I think we're gonna do RE2, then RE3, and then we'll do the remakes. Does that make sense? I don't know.
I'd look at Code Veronica as well before jumping onto Remake.
Yeah. Veronica.
Yeah, if you need any help, just give us a message.
Yeah. Yes. I'm working on the lines on that one actually. I'm gonna do a voiceover on that one. Is that where he's just for fun. I'm doing these on my channel. Like if I continued on as Wesker, right? I've been doing these scenes, right? So the next one I think is Code Veronica, where he's walking towards. You must be the lovely Claire Redfield. No, is that? Right. Am I wrong about that?
That is the right one.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on that one. I did a first recording and it was okay, but it's hard not to get influenced by what the other actor did. You have to try and get out of that guy's head and do your own thing, and then you're also lumbered by the fact that it's cut a certain way, the mouths are going a certain, I don't want to make it look too different, but anyway, so I'm working on it.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of dialogue. I'll be quiet here, sorry, just...
that was a bad spit. But here, we're going to use one round on the webs, and then we're going to have Black Tiger take the rest of the webs out, and then we're going to leave.
There we go.
So you actually let the spider do the work there rather than you taking the knife on that side.
Right, because for whatever reason, like normally you can use the knife and every knife swing would take pieces of the web off.
That's
so
right.
On original mode, you do that to get through on a knife only run.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, this trigger is awful. Like the trigger for this crank is so small and precise that sometimes I just miss it. But
it took us forever to get to this second crank. Like where is that room? This extra little bit here. Oh my God, how many extra hours? I don't know. Like Son and I were like looking for what to do here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for on original mode for Black Tiger, you have some grenade rounds left. Actually, you grab those grenade rounds for Tyrant, and here we're not gonna use the bazooka for Tyrant at all. So you use 2 grenade rounds on the web and you just leave. Arrange mode, we don't have that luxury, so we let Black Tiger do most of the work. So Black Tiger's spit takes out more webs than we can with any of our weapons, actually.
Where's that?
So the only exception is flame rounds, but there are no convenient flame rounds to pick up on any percent or bad ending. On best ending, I actually grabbed the flame rounds there to get through the room faster, and to use in a room where they decided to put a bunch of zombies in a tiny, tiny room that has like one of those things you use the Modisc on. Anyone who runs best ending RE1 knows what room I'm talking about.
Yeah. They call it the orgy room.
Yeah,
that's what they call it. It's like 4 or 5. Yeah,
but it is.
Yeah. Now, Matt, take that room from original mode, add an additional zombie, and instead of putting them in the positions that they are, put them in a straight line that is blocking the thing you need to get to. That's orgy room on arrange mode.
Damn, I need to look into that.
Yeah, with Chris, I actually go out of my way to get the Magnum just for that room.
I keep being asked to play arrange mode, but I'm scared.
Oops.
I have to do it soon.
It's not an easy run. Not at all.
It's not. I've only ever done it once. And
you
that's
did
with
it
Retro.
For Duck Station,
I actually, I did. I actually submitted it. It was my first time ever playing it, completing it.
Oh my God.
And Retro Banda was helping me along the way, to tell me where to go. And I submitted it. I just thought, you know what, whatever.
Go left.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, it was like that. And then I submitted it to the speedrun website. I thought, you know what, I don't care. Just
I think
whatever.
I verified that one because I remember watching it. Yeah, for
Just
those who don't know, I'm a moderator for this game on speedrun.com. So
Oh yeah. It's like those navigators, right? And those car rallies where it's like, okay, 100 meters, you got to go left.
Yeah.
Same concept, right?
Yeah.
yeah. Alright, so the lab's a little different as well, just like how the rest of the game was different. It's actually much easier on arrange mode, except for this one room right here. This one room just got a little bit of a dodge. Squeeze past these two guys, and now the rest of the labs are free.
I see.
By the way, folks, we just had a $5 donation by Anonymous. Thank you very much for that $5. I believe we're $40 away from 4,500. So can we get $40 before the end of this run?
Come on,
Keep it
guys.
coming, guys. Let's go. Let's make it happen.
$40. Make it
40.
42 for Plant 42.
Yeah. Hey, it's not a bad idea.
I like that idea.
Let's go.
Alright, so right here we're introduced to a new enemy type called the Chimeras.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, these guys. Is it Chimera? Chimera? I don't know.
I've been calling them Chimera.
Yeah.
Hope I'm pronouncing it right.
I don't know.
I can't. I always get it wrong, so I just call them anything that I'm feeling that day.
This
Barry or whatever. I don't know. I just
Yeah, you call him Barry. But they did freak me out the first time, I must say. I was like, what is that thing? You know? But yeah, it's fun.
They're even worse in the remake because they'll follow you between rooms. Like they'll go through events to get into the room you go into. Here we're gonna take a specific line to get past this one.
Oh, they're in there as well. Ah.
Yeah, they moved them from the other hallway into this room on arrange mode. They also put the battery at the end of the game here.
Wow.
Oh, right. Rather than up.
Yeah, on original mode, it's right at the very end.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, right at the end before you go up the elevator. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, the music's good here. Actually, you do feel like you're in some pressure area, noisy. It's good.
Yeah.
It's really well done.
We call this area the quiet room.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
It's right. A little
It's
quieter
a lot-
than the orgy room.
Right.
A long cutscene awaits us now. The
Oh yes.
The bathroom break cutscene for us already.
Yeah.
Right there's
Yeah.
Barry.
I love this part. The thing is, it's like as a speedrun, if you're on a good time,
Looking for you.
I don't like it because
Barry.
you got 3 minutes to wait and you got to make sure your quick shots count then on
You
Tyrant.
to wait for
Yeah.
It's like
They
your hands get a bit cold. You need to make sure that you're kind of ready to go.
They're even worse on arrange mode because on arrange mode we're forced to use the handgun rather than bazooka because
Alright.
there's just no convenient bazooka ammo
Yeah.
in arrange mode, and so we need to make sure our quick shots are on point because he hits us with the health that we're at. We should be able to take one hit, like one combo before death.
Wesker,
Hopefully he doesn't hit us at all.
just
Wesker.
as I thought.
Oh no, who knew Wesker was the bad
I
guy?
think you should stay away from Barry, Jill.
Barry Jill.
I hear that his wife
He's wearing his
and
glasses
2 daughters
inside,
will be
so-
in danger if
I
he
know.
doesn't do everything I
Corey
tell him
Hart.
You are so cruel.
to. Well, you don't have to worry about anything, because you'll be free from this world very soon, Jill.
Why do you have to destroy
So
stars?
I'm just hearing the dialogue and I'm thinking about this Code Veronica stuff. It's got to be a little bit like that. You know?
Experiments, and recently an
That's what I meant to say before
Anyway,
Yeah,
that tiger, the spider, where there's quite a lot of dialogue for Wesker in
That's what
Code
all the
Veronica
stars
as
know
well.
about
Oh, great.
So there's a lot. Well, there's like some mid game, but when you complete the game, like there's a lot of cinematics there with
Oh
Wesker
yeah.
as well.
After you actually finish the
Chris-
game, there's a big
Yeah.
long cutscene with Chris and Wesker.
But
Is
we
that
won't we won't tell you too much. We don't want to spoil it.
No, I know, but I have to. I'm actually
Yeah.
recording the audio before actually playing the game.
Oh, okay.
You know, like the stuff you see on YouTube and stuff, right? Like, but
Gotcha.
it's okay, it's all right. But I won't tell Exonal about it. I'll probably forget it by the time he actually plays. But
Barry's such a fool.
I like this
You'll be
line.
under control of Umbrella forever.
Umbrella forever.
How come both
Yeah.
Umbrella and you
Yeah, anyway, but I like this,
eliminate
kind of the
them?
coyness here.
Hostages.
I'm just trying to, think how I'm going to do this,
Well, I
this
intimidated
Veronica
him,
stuff.
but it had nothing to
Like
do
he-
with Umbrella.
Like here, I picture Wesker as more like, oh, I'm totally gonna get away with this, so I might as well just show you Tyrant.
Following orders from
Right.
Umbrella.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's
you're
definitely
planning
cocky,
something
right?
else?
Yeah.
If you succeeded in developing the world's most powerful biological weapon, what would you do? What if you were in charge?
If I made the world's best biological weapon, the first thing I would do is not put the heart on the outside.
You're a brave girl.
Yeah.
But if I were you,
Like,
Yeah, no
I-
kidding, right?
wouldn't
I remember
Outside
playing this even
organ
as,
stuff.
like even as a kid. I'm like, oh my god, it's terrifying. Why is his heart on the outside?
no one
Hey,
understands
that's
its real
right.
value.
He's got double heart.
Yeah.
Probably.
And then he killed me, and I'm like, okay, I can't. I'm not questioning Tyrant again.
Show you the tyrant.
Right.
Yeah,
I'll
it
show you
was,
my creation.
it was scary as a kid. I can tell you that much.
He's scary in this speedrun in particular too, because if I hit my quick shots, he's no problem. But if I drop even a single one, he has a potential of hitting me.
Yeah. And much credit to you as well, because I feel
Which creates
quick
a
shots
monster
on
which is much
controller is a lot
stronger than human beings.
harder than it is on keyboard.
I can't do it on keyboard. I don't know why, but I cannot do it on keyboard.
Yeah, I can pull it off sometimes, but like it's a lot. It's very inconsistent compared to keyboard for me personally. But
Really beautiful.
yeah,
For those who don't know what quick shooting is, when you hold down aim and shoot, you have like a set speed in which you shoot your bullets.
Don't be upset.
But if you hit aim on a specific frame of your shooting animation, you'll shoot again sooner than you're supposed to. So we just like you can spam the crap out of the aim button after your first shot. With the bazooka, it's a little easier to time. But with the handgun, the animation is so quick that it's very hard to actually time it. So I just mash my my aim button as fast as I can. It's even worse with Chris. Chris's handgun shots are a lot faster.
Go to hell.
What? Don't come this way! No!
So he
don't
doesn't
come
say
this
go.
way.
He doesn't say go to hell. Actually, he says go to hell with Chris. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says Jill will join you too.
Jill will join me too. What?
It can't control
All right,
what it does.
here we go.
Where are you gonna shoot him? Shoot him in the nuts.
Oh my god. This is not good.
Just take your time. Just get the job done.
Yeah, this is extremely bad.
Right here. This is
There
where
we
he drops right in the nuts.
There
The
you
come on, guys. That's worth 42.
That's $42 there.
You want to know what's sad? That almost matched my tyrant split. I was only off by 3 seconds. But also a fun note: he actually died in the minimum amount of shots required with the arrange mode. He can die from anywhere from 10 to 15 shots. He died in 10.
Oh yeah.
So,
Were you counting?
after you
Oh,
do
after
your
you
shot,
saw that he's.
yeah, I picked up. Wesker drops a key there. We actually use that to get Tyrant stuck, so that way we can shoot him without getting hit. If our quick shots are good, and mine just weren't.
Oh, you did great in my eyes. Whoa, Chimera. Actually, why is that guy out there? No, that's new, isn't it? Aren't they only in that room, or wait? I don't know.
They are.
After the Lab Tyrant is defeated, they actually move out there.
They move out. I don't remember seeing that. Anyway, okay. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. It's been a while since we played Jill, actually.
Yeah.
I
And
Jill.
unfortunately, Barry did not have a good go like I did with the chimeras and the zombies.
I'm
is
really embarrassed to see you now.
It might be worth though, Pablo. I was thinking like revisiting some of the lines from the Tyrant room for yourself, because obviously with the different endings, there's different dialogue that you might be missing out on.
Is that so?
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Jill,
Different cutscene,
me a
and there's
favor.
different. The words that you'll say
this
might
is
be
my
different. So
last
might be
Ah.
worth just looking back
wish.
at. You might be
Yeah.
surprised.
Please give
Where
me.
they was like, well, you
Yeah.
thought they were saying go to hell for Jill.
Yeah.
That's only Chris, and then
Will you
Jill 100%. He doesn't even make it into that room. Barry knocks him out.
give me
Yeah.
Jill?
Then
Yeah,
the
like
music
somebody-
kicks in. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause somebody gave me like the audio files once of of the game, and I must admit there were a lot of audio files, and a lot of things that first of all I didn't remember ever reading, and then but it would be nice to actually see it in action, in the context of the game itself.
Sure, there's probably a YouTube end with all endings covers it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
everything's there.
Yeah, good old Brad.
Oh, there's Brad. We love Brad.
Yeah.
Jill.
We wouldn't be in this mess if he just kept his composure.
There's speculation as to who actually that voice was, right, with Brad.
Whoops.
I'm not sure who it is actually.
Yeah, well, we asked this question before because obviously Evan Saber is Brad Vickers in Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. So, like, yeah, I don't, it's probably in the credits, I'm assuming. Probably tell you in a bit, really.
Well, the credits here only show like
Is it the
first
voice?
name.
Is it the yeah?
Yeah, they don't show the live action guys, right?
Yeah.
Your name's not even on there, is it, Pablo? Is it somebody else's name?
So when
That's
I,
no voice. That's the reason why. People
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like they had credited Sergio's name as,
Yeah.
as for the longest time. So I
Damn.
think they still do in a lot of these old videos on YouTube. But anyway,
like when I first was told like, oh, you're gonna be joined by the Wesker voice actor Pablo, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure his name was Eric in the credits. That's why I asked. Like, wait a second.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
So right when the last cutscene starts will be time. Just signal Brad, and we're getting out of here alone. Barry died on the way out, and Chris, we don't even know where he's at. We're just gonna leave. We're just gonna leave without him.
He's in that cell, right? Am I
Yeah,
wrong about that?
He's in the cell in the lab
Yeah,
where you need the
just
3 mirror
eating.
discs to open.
Poor guy.
And
Congratulations. I've got a 1 hour, 3 minutes and 16 seconds according to my timer.
Yeah.
Well done.
same here. So we both ended and started at the same time.
Yeah, looks good.
All right.
And you thought it was going to be between an hour and 5, no?
I estimated at an hour and 5, just in case everything went wrong. Just
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, good job.
Thank
Wow.
you. Thank you. But that was no boom for bad ending. We didn't set that off.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Because of that, right
Actually,
after
here's a dumb question. What do you mean didn't set that off? Is there? Maybe I missed this.
on best ending.
Oh, that's
for,
new too. This is I don't remember seeing this.
On best ending for Jill, Wesker actually sets off the self-destruct sequence. On best ending for Chris, Rebecca sets it off.
Oh.
So
Wesker
because
sets it off.
because Wesker dies in bad ending, no one sets it off.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's like 8 endings, isn't there? If you really think about it, like on the normal modes, is like you can save one character than the other. You can
Yep. Like you can
they can
either
save Chris, but
but
you know,
not
if you
Barry,
can-
or Barry and not Chris.
And then there's 2. Then you got any percent where you have bad ending, and then 100% when you save both characters.
yeah, but you can also save
Yeah.
just one.
Yeah,
Um,
so
with-
the endings add up.
Yeah, to 8.
Right.
There's actually a category extension that was made about a year ago, I want to say, where we at first called it Barry and Rebecca percent, but we changed it to this helipad tire percent, where you save just one of them and you don't get the one out of the cell.
By the way, we've just had another donation from Anonymous with $20 saying, "Take this monies for the good cause." Thank you very
Excellent.
much,
Yeah.
Anonymous, for the
Thanks,
$20.
Anonymous.
Thank
Yeah,
you very much
that's
for that
great.
donation. And once again, thank you very much for having me on FTLG, and thank you to Pablo for joining me on the run.
Yeah, it's been a great trip. There's well done. I learned. I'm always learning something about this game, something extra every single time. And well, I didn't even know there was an arrange mode there. That's the first thing I learned. So so anyway, it's good. Yeah, well done. I guess you're not going to be playing the game anymore today. That's you today,
No,
or what?
That's me for today, and for this game, maybe for the next week.
You're right.
But I do
Did
plan
you practice
on,
a lot before coming today? Like, did you say,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm going to do this
I-
range mode"? Like,
I spent the entirety of last week practicing Resident Evil, and then this week practicing the other game that I ran in this marathon called Saga Frontier.
okay,
So,
right. So now it's like, okay, it's done. Okay, I did it.
but
Yeah, good for you. Good for you.
another thing about Bad Ending, we actually get
Oh.
this extra scene with Tyrant, basically doing a "come at me, bro." As he's
Oh,
leaving
right.
with Tyrant. He
Yeah.
actually makes
It's like,
it out of the
what?
mission.
Why leave me? Why no?
Brad, come back.
Oh, very
And there we
good.
go. 1 hour, 3 minutes and 1 second. So yeah,
In-game
even
timer's a
better.
little off from real time. That's actually
Yeah.
that's not a bad time at all for a range mode, especially on a marathon run.
Yeah, it's looked pretty good.
Like my personal best is a 102.03. So
Wow.
Right then.
Well,
Thank you very much to the both of you. I really enjoyed this. Do you want any final words from yourself, Pablo, before moving on to the next run?
Well, just a big thank you to everyone who came out. And if you want to see my son and I play some Resident Evil, come see his channel at Lexonal. That's Lexonal, Onal rather. And my channel, Pablo Kuntz. And yeah, just great to be part of the community. And we'll see you on the next time.
We'll make sure to put those links in the channel as well, so people can click
There
on
they are.
and go and subscribe. And
Yeah,
anything
please
final
do.
They
from?
are in chat.
Oh, they're brilliant. Thank you, Raclesis. Anything final? I think you may have already said what you wanted to say, but you can go again if you want.
I pretty much said anything that I said. But if you like Resident Evil runs, I tend to do them a lot over my my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Raclesis. I've also been recently doing a lot of RPG speedruns, so kind of mixing up between survival horror and RPG. So yeah, that's
Brilliant.
Great.
We'll be right back, folks. We'll go to intermission, but next up is DB Cade playing One Piece Grand Battle 3. So yeah, stick around, have fun, and
Thanks, Matt.
thank you very much.
Okay, bye, guys. See ya.
See y'all later.
When sadness curls itself at the foot of your bed.
When grief finds home in the basement of your chest.
When your heart's garden swears it cannot grow here.
When the day feels too heavy, when the balcony is a thieving distraction.
When the drawers in the kitchen siren to you.
When the night is as heavy as an anchor and you cling to your own shore, remember, you are the ocean.
A single drop in a child's hand
That can hold up a ship when you make a mistake.
When you misstep or misspeak.
When you find yourself underneath the stains of your human.
Because you are human.
When the heavy of it all calls to you like a wailing animal.
Remember, there is nothing wrong with you.
There is everything significant about you.
From your shoulders to your shins.
From the galaxies in your irises
to the orchestra in your throat.
When the friends seem so few.
When the phone doesn't ring.
When it does, but you are too afraid to answer.
Too afraid you are too quiet or take up too much space. Remember, your name does not begin
or end
in silence.
Your story is not over. There are still chapters in this book.
There is still time to fall in love.
To fall out.
To shatter and mend.
To forgive and be forgiven.
Keep reading. Crown your failures.
Scream, I am worthy, until the stars collapse upon your brilliance.
No, if depression is the verse,
then hope is the chorus. Allow yourself to exist in this melody.
Even if the instrument of your body is tired of playing.
Self-love is not selfish. It is the mantra of someone who recognizes where they have been and where they need to go.
Find your love in the lake.
See how it it ripples, how it continues, is the Earth's way of saying you are important, you are endless, be good to you.
Tell yourself, I deserve the keep.
I deserve to love and be loved. I deserve the whole show, the encore, the darkness that falls like a curtain, and the morning that will always follow. Will be the voice that sings behind you.
The receiving end of a phone call.
No, you are not alone.
No, you are not broken.
We will run forward to greet you, and together we will dance like wildfire because there is reason to celebrate. We will finally be.
I will see you tomorrow.
I will see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow.